Hi, I'm Omar.
And I'm Mia, and this is Nerd Song, where we asked you guys for a nerdy topic for us to write a song about, and then we gave ourselves 1 week to come up with a song.
Stephen K. gave us the suggestions of Joss Whedon and Neverending Story, so we decided to combine those two into a song about what would happen if Joss Whedon wrote and directed Neverending Story.
Running from these bullies and she could totally beat them up, but she won't because she's troubled.
Troubled and sexy, but like in a really feminist sort of way.
Like a B-cup?
Exactly. She runs into a bookstore called Books of the Dead and meets a British guy who looks just like Anthony Stewart Head. He gives her a book with a magical part and fills the father-shaped hole in her heart.
Little does she know that in the right hands the book opens a portal into a demonic land. With some Latin words, our tale gets gory as our hero begins the never-ending story. As written by Joss Whedon story. As directed by Joss Whedon story. Act 2. So our heroine is thrown in the middle of this ongoing war in a land called
Los Angeles.
Fantasia, where all the good in the world is being sucked away.
That's a lot like Los Angeles.
But it's not, it's Fantasia.
She collects a team of racing snail and his rider, some gnomes, Artax, Falcor, and a rock biter. At first they don't get along because of their different philosophies, but then they're brought together by a collective tragedy.
When Artax dies in the swamps of sadness, which symbolizes real world crushing depression, and raises the question, is anything really worth saving? In the never-ending story, as written by Joss Whedon story, as directed by Joss Whedon story. Act 3. After trials and tribulations, our team reaches a gothic castle and our hero meets the princess. There's definitely some romantic queer undertones in their interactions. She's kind of frail and awkward, but still she attracts her. She's played by either Felicia Day or Amy Acker.
And her hero goes to battle against a servant of the nothing, a monologuing wolf, but the worst is still coming, because in this fight she comes to the conclusion that self-sacrifice is the only solution in this never-ending story.
As written by Joss Whedon story, as directed by Joss Whedon story, assuming Fox had nothing to do with its story, and you can read more in the comic story. If Falcor dies, the audience cries because he was our favorite character. There's a grain of sand that can save the land, and with one wish, our hero saves the day.
And then the camera pulls out, and you realize the whole time you were in a mental institution, and the doctor turns to our hero's parents and says, "We've lost her."
Executive producer Joss Whedon. Alright, that was our super specific nerd song. Nerd song is part of a segment we do called Wildcard Wednesdays, where we draw a card from this box to decide what we're going to do for next week.
You can vote for your favorite show and add more cards of that to this box by writing in all capital letters in the comments below.
Also, what do you think would happen if Joss Whedon wrote the Neverending Story? Leave your answers in the comments below.
Alright, let's find out. See what it is.
Mia Makes It Cute. Alright, so tune in next Wednesday for Mia Makes It Cute. Subscribe for more videos, and like and share if you want to support us. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I'm trying to remember all the things to say. We're going to be traveling this weekend, but we'll be back next week.
Yeah, we're on a new media panel.
A UCSB.
We're talking about YouTube, because that's what our degrees went towards. Alright, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
This year I am grateful for the man they call Joss. Whedon, breaking records with Avengers, give us something to believe in. Cabin in the Woods killed audiences and sent us to movie heaven. Everyone's like, Joss is so cool, which we've been saying since '97.